Hello, I'm Kim Bolsover of improvability.tv, and you are very welcome to this webinar, which I've called Colour Analysis, Your Business for Life. So this webinar is your opportunity to ask me questions about how to create your own colour business for life, because what I've discovered, and I've been in this business 40 plus years. I know I'm a terribly old dinosaur, but not looking too bad. Learning how to deliver consultations and workshops. Consultations, by that I mean when you're working one-to-one with a client, and workshops when you've probably got a small group together in just colour analysis, has been the mainstay of my business. It has provided me with a business for life. And as I am continually explaining to people, especially when you're kind enough to get on the phone to book a call with me, or to send me emails, or to post questions in the free group, Aspiring Image Consultants, I'm explaining this all the time. I will run this business till they put me in my box. And I will never retire. I am 64 years old. Next month I'll be 65. I've only just learned that apparently retirement age in the UK has now, for women, been moved to 66. I didn't know that. I don't care. I don't give a monkey's uncle. I have never created a retirement plan, because I will never retire, because I love this. I love helping men and women everywhere, because my business is global and so can yours be. I love helping men and women look good and feel fabulously confident. It's the feel bit that does it for me. So I have to admit up front, I'll confess now, I don't just deliver colour analysis. I don't teach just delivering colour analysis. I teach and encourage you. I'm very bossy, so I'm going to tell you, but let's call it encourage, to treat each individual client as the unique human being that they are, and to take into account who they are, who they're being right now, who they'd rather be, so that you can help them become the person they were always meant to be. So if you're looking for help with setting up a business that's just based on the physical, the door's over there, and I invite you to leave now, because that's not what I do. And it's absolutely not what I encourage you to do. There are loads of companies out there that will just teach you how to do physical colour analysis. And they're not image training companies. They are wanting you to sell their makeup and whatever else they sell. The image training is just front end. I'm afraid I don't do that. All my training is franchise free. I don't believe in, it's really funny, I don't believe in telling people what to do, but I believe that when I can see what you should be doing, I will definitely tell you. It's your choice what you do with my advice, but I'm going to tell you I've been doing this for a long time, and I can absolutely tell those people who should be working with colour and perhaps style, whatever. You don't need to do everything. I did because I thought you had to. It's a big fat lie. And I can tell those people who should be in business and those who shouldn't. And there's no judgment. It's just Some people are designed to be entrepreneurs and some people aren't. What's the problem? Find out now. That's why I'm talking to you today, so that you can start thinking, so I've got to do admin. I've got to take bookings. I've got to promote myself. Oh, I didn't realize. So if you think running a color analysis business is purely about having a nice, friendly chat with a lady in your studio or via Zoom, and you're just going to wield a few drapes around and have a good time, you've got another think coming, because there's a lot to running a business, which we've found out recently. This is why I haven't been feeling on top form, because we've had a lot of, I don't know what you'd want to call it, government rubbish. It's the law. We've got to abide by it. We've had to change all our terms and conditions. We've had to change VAT since the UK left the EU on 31st of January. We've got a lot of discussions about how to account for all this, how to change it. It's just been unpleasant. And I don't do that stuff really well. I'm a red color personality. I see the big idea. I want to help people like you decide whether being in business is for you or not. And I want to help you find your first customers, set your business up so that it runs beautifully, help you find your ideal clients. All that's what I want to do. That's my job on this planet. And at the same time, I have to understand that there's all this stuff that goes on. And so do you. Customers are not just going to walk through the door. You have to create an environment for them to find you. You have to be able to put yourself out there, which might be the big fat reason why you're not doing that now. I've been where you are probably now. I started my business 41 years, call it 40 years ago. I was shy. Yes, I know. It is difficult to believe, but I was. I had no confidence whatsoever. I certainly had no idea how to run a business. There were no training courses 40 years ago. There were no training courses 40 years ago. There were no drapes. There were no Swatch wallets. There was no framework. There was no internet. There was no social media. There were no opportunities to run webinars like this. And yet, little old me managed to set up a business, managed to find her first clients, managed to create my own drapes. I went down to the market and bought half a yard of this and half a yard of that. I bought a pair of pinking shears and I cut the drapes out, and they're all different sizes and shapes. And I sat with a manual typewriter and I made my own labels. Now I'm allowed to have longer nails. I couldn't have long nails back in those days because a manual typewriter broke them all. I created my own tiny little labels, and I talked to those people I knew and said, would you like to have your colours done? And they said, what the hell does that mean? And I know some of you who've done training with other people, some of you who are trying this on your own. You're out there saying that to your prospects. Prospects are people who are not yet your paying customers. You're saying to your prospects, would you like to have your colours done? Do not say that. We'll look at what to say shortly. What sort of question is that? Do you want to have your colours done? Everybody on the planet thinks about themselves 95% of the time. Do you want to have your colours done? What is in it for me? What does that mean? You are not selling colour analysis. You are not selling personal styling, whatever else. You're not selling a watch. Finally, I've just been and had my lovely watch. I don't know whether you can see that it's all in colours. Isn't that gorgeous? Neil bought me this. Neil is my other half, for those of you who don't know. He does all the technical stuff, the websites, the webinars, etc. He creates all the technical know-how so that I can sit here and do my stuff. And he bought me this for my birthday, no, Christmas last year. And it's a well-known brand, and it failed after 4 months. Not fit for purpose. We've had an ongoing job trying to get it fixed. Finally, I took this in to a wonderful, proper watch repairer, and he fitted a wardrobe, fitted a battery. I'm going doolally. And finally, we've got this fixed. And this has been the story of what's been going on, in that we have things going wrong all the time, and trying to run a business at the same time has been a bit stressful over the past year for all of us because of the COVID situation as well. But the business has carried on. And so we have actually had a very good year. And we are wanting to pay this forward. So this is why I'm talking to you today about, is this for you? Because a business for life for us has sustained us through this year of the watch going wrong. All sorts of things are going wrong, physically, mentally, emotionally. And for some of you, you're sat there thinking, I don't want to go back to what I was doing before all this happened, before all this, my world started caving in. So for some of you, you're sat at home, probably still, or you have been at home with your children. I've had ladies contact me saying, if only they knew then what they know now, they would never have had children. Yes, some people have been really honest. My mum said that to me. My little mum said to me, she had 3 children. I'm the eldest. She's no longer with us. But I remember in a day where we sat down and we were being really honest, she said, if I had my time again, I would not have had children. Her sister, my Auntie Val, chose not to have children. She was my inspiration, in that I saw a lady who was born in the 30s, who carved her own career. She chose deliberately not to have children and put herself and her career first. I didn't realize that could be done. I was on my way I was engaged. I was on my way to 2.2 kids, a Volvo estate, and amateur dramatics on a Thursday afternoon. And for me, that would have been a disaster, because if I'd had to have children at home during lockdown and homeschool them and run a business, I'd have ended up in jail. Seriously. So what I'm trying to encourage you to do today is look at what you want. Who are you being right now? What has life thrown you, especially in the last year, that you never want to repeat? Maybe you're looking at color analysis as a replacement for a job. Maybe you're sick to death of being at home and you want something to do and you want to change lives. Maybe color analysis is for you. Maybe some other form of getting out there and helping people is for you. Whatever it is, I'm here to help. So if you want to get on a call with me and find out, please do. Please book a call. I've got it somewhere. I've gone all off-piste here. It's somewhere here. And I will post that shortly, how you can do that. But find out, because this is an opportunity for you to look at what's happened in your life up to now and what would you rather happen in the future. So when I went through when I got to the age of 23 and I went through how I felt, where I thought I was going, when I looked closely at what was planned for my future, which was I was engaged, I was about to get married, I was about to end up with the dream that some of you have, but it wouldn't have worked for me. It was the dream for my sister, children, and a happy home. That's not for me at all. Where are you currently planning to go? What do you think about your current plans for the rest of your life? Take a moment to think about it seriously, because this is a huge opportunity for you to change your mind. Definitely today. Write it down. What have you got planned? And then look at it. What I recommend you do is write down where you are now, what you've got planned, what you've been doing, and then stick it in a drawer. In a couple of days, take that piece of paper out and look at it again with fresh eyes and a clear mind and think, oh my God, is that really what I've got planned? That's not what I want at all. Or it might be you look at that and say, really happy with this, but I want more. I want more of what I want, what I love, and I need to work on and focus on more of what I actually want for my life. So you're going to say to me, that sounds like being selfish. Yeah, it is, because do you know, this is your life. It's nobody else's. I know you're going to say, but I've got my children to think of. Okay. But take them out of the equation for one day, one half day, 1 hour of your life, and just look at where you are going. Because one day those children will leave you. I don't mean nastily. I mean, they will get on with their lives. And then what are you going to do? You might be in that position now. You might be what we call an empty nester. Those children might be ready to leave university or leave home or whatever. And you're thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with the rest of my days? And there might be somewhere inside of you which says, I'd like to do something useful. I'd really like to make a difference. If that's you, you're in absolutely the right place to at least look at color analysis as an option. And I'm not talking today about style, wardrobe, shopping, makeup, all the other stuff that you might associate with the world of improvability, the world of image consulting. I'm not talking about anything else today. I'm talking about color. Because color is the mainstay of any image business. Any image business. You can design an outfit for a client. So you might have taken a personal styling course, for instance, And you might be able to design that outfit for that client down to exactly where the buttons should be on a jacket, how long the trousers or the skirt should be to the millimeter. And still, your client will say to you, yes, but what color do I buy, Kim? Because color is the first thing we see, the first thing you notice when you go into a shop. So when you next go into, for some of us, this is going to be a new experience that we haven't had for over a year or almost a year. Go into a shop that sells clothes and just stand in the doorway and look and take in what's going on. Generally, these days, you will be assaulted by all the colour combinations because most of these shops haven't a flipping clue how to present their stock properly. I've had ladies train with me who either work in or own a private boutique selling clothes, and they have gone back after doing some colour training with me, and they have gone back to their premises and they have put all the cool colours on one side and all the warm colours on another side. That would help your clients enormously. But do shops do that? The high street shops? They haven't a clue. They haven't got training in colour. Don't go and approach a high street chain because you will never get through all the red tape to help them change things. But private boutiques will love your help in attracting clients in to a different environment. But stand in the entrance of a shop the next time you go shopping for clothes and just take in where your colours are and learn to move down the aisles, ignoring all the stuff that will never do it for you, and just focus in on the colours that do it for you. And when you've done that a few times, you have a new skill to teach your clients. Because teaching your clients how to make the most of the shopping experience. Yes, I know. I've got nieces who love shopping and just spend hours going through every rail. But they also go shopping with me. I don't do that. I haven't the patience. I haven't the time. I haven't the energy. I want to focus in on what suits either me if I'm shopping for myself or the client that I'm shopping for. And I only generally do that with family members or very good friends now. But that's something you could do if you wanted to. But you can't do that without colour. You just can't. Colour is the foundation of any good image consultant's business. So when you learn all about colour analysis, and for me, that's colour physical and psychological. So all my colour training includes physical diagnosis into the 4 seasons and the 6 tones, because they're exactly the same thing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It might be good marketing, but it's a lie. The 6 tones and the 4 seasons are exactly the same thing. I teach you all that in colour analysis training in a box and any other colour training that I do. And I also include colour psychology because you have to understand who your client is, who she's currently being, and who she would really rather be. And we use 4 colour personality types: red, blue, yellow, and green. It's very simple. The colour psychology quiz that's included has been written by a psychologist. that I worked with lots of years ago, and I continue to use her stuff. She allowed me to use her stuff, and it works. And this allows you to get to know your client in depth, because we are not dressing a lump of meat. We are dressing and working with a living, breathing human being who has emotions and feelings which change continually, especially as we ladies have monthly cycles. And those of us like me, for instance, who've been through the menopause, post-menopausal ladies and those going through it will tell you that their emotions and feelings can change in a heartbeat, because we are allowing ourselves to be controlled by our hormones. So women change. You ask literally a hormonal woman how she felt half an hour ago. It can be different. And she'll look at herself in the mirror and think, why have I got this on? I feel terrible wearing this outfit. And she'll go and change, probably because she's dripping wet at the same time. I've been through that. Horrible, absolutely horrible. And I still get hot flushes even now, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. We're not dealing with just the physical, not in my world. So as I said right at the beginning, if you just want to deal with physical color analysis, if you're only interested in the physical, you're only interested in what you see, then my training isn't for you. Don't work with me, because I'll talk you out of it. So Suzanne says, are we also allowed to use your quiz? Absolutely. It is in the training course. You are allowed to use the quiz. And I encourage you to use the quiz with your individual clients, but also use the color psychology quiz in a small group workshop to promote your other color analysis services. So, for instance, you could start with showing people this, showing prospects. Remember what I said, prospects are people who are not yet your paying customers. They're checking you out. They're just putting a foot in, putting a toe into the water to see whether they want to work with you. So that's what a prospect is. A client is someone to me who is paying me. So you want to encourage people to take a close look at what you can offer. And the way I work, the way I encourage you to work, is to present a color, physical and psychological experience. So color and personality experience. That's what I teach. But how do you get them to sign up for that? How do you get them to part with their hard-earned money and give over not just their money, but also their time and their energy to you? So you give them a taster. So in my color analysis training, it's all there in the training. You talk to them first, perhaps, about tonal coloring. And in my color analysis training in a box is my secret marketing method. There's a script which you can learn. One of my fabulous, wonderful consultants who has gone on to do amazing things in the world of art and crafts with her love of color. She learnt this script on a tube trip on an early Friday morning. I sent her the script on Thursday night. She rode into the centre of London on the tube, read the script and learned it. She went to this big company in the centre of London and delivered this script to a group of businesswomen who just wanted a bit of fun, really, and she ended up with lots of clients. And what this script does is teaches you how to teach your prospects that colour is fascinating and can change their lives. And every single person leaves knowing their own 18 safe colours. So it's not the elitist, let's drag somebody out to the front and demonstrate on them, where everybody else sits there and thinks, oh, she didn't pick me, not interested. Because that's what you do. People feel rejected because they're not included. My tonal taster includes everybody. And it also includes, if say you ran this in a hotel room or in a doctor's surgery, you can invite all the staff in and everybody learns. Absolutely everybody. I've done this with one person, with a group of 4, with a group of 82 ladies who were solicitors and accountants, and all the organising committee who were in the room. And I've done it with 282 men and women at I don't know what you'd call it. It was supposed to be a golf tournament loyalty day for some big firm who pulled me in and said, oh, only the men will play golf and all the women will be let. And what a load of rubbish. There were loads of men who didn't want to play golf that day. And they all ended up in this big marquee outside, 282 of them. And I did the tonal taster. I did not have enough handouts. So I can wing it. And I just took email addresses from everybody who wanted a handout about their tonal colouring, because every single person, all 282, plus all the staff who were going around delivering drinks and goodness knows, they were all earwigging. Sorry, that's the wrong side, earwigging. And they got to learn their colours as well. And some of them came up to me afterward and said, could I find out more, please? And I took their email addresses. I just tore a piece of paper out of somebody's notepad and said, just write your name and your email address out and which of the 6 tones you are, because everybody gets to learn which of the 6 tones they are, and sent them a PDF by email. So they get to learn whether they're cool or warm, bright or soft muted, deep or light. Everybody in the room learns which one they are. So I'm cool. So had I been a client that day, a prospect that day, I would have learned that I'm a cool. I would have received a handout, and on that handout, it shows me 18 safe colours that I can wear with a picture of the safe tonal fan. And so they can see the colours, and with some great suggestions, advice about colours to avoid and glasses colours for lipstick for the ladies, etc. I mean, it's fabulous. So everybody gets to know what works for them. And then out of those people, some of them will order the safe tonal fan. So you make money on that. Some of them will book with you for a one-to-one seasonal colour analysis. So during the tonal taster session, you will drop hints. We call it seed, to seed the next step. And you will say, when you come and have your colours done with me personally, we will take your safe tonal colours and we will make that much more rounded, because we'll be talking to you about your seasonal colours. So you will go away with 30. I haven't got enough fingers, but 3 of those, 30 colours that you could possibly wear as a spring, summer, autumn, or winter. And some people will book with you for that. Now, of course, we're also able to show you how to do that online. So for those people who don't want to come and see you directly, then you could offer this as an online colour analysis service. And if you're wise, back to Suzanne, Let me make sure I'm saying the right person. Suzanne, are we allowed to use your quiz? Back to your question, Suzanne. Are we allowed to use the quiz? Then you could offer them a colour personality session separately from the one-to-one physical colour analysis. So you've got 2 sessions that you can offer them. You could offer the colour personality in a group session. You can run group sessions on Zoom, or we're just learning about Microsoft Teams. I'm going to have to learn all about that to replace the telephone system that we've currently got. So whatever software you use, you can do this online. So you could be helping people thousands of miles away. I've got consultants all over the globe, but I've also got personal clients all over the globe. I don't wait for them to fly into the UK, because they can't do that at the moment. They'll end up in quarantine and paying fines and goodness knows what. So we get on a call. Just think of the potential for your business. This is a business that you can run from anywhere. You can run this offline. By that I mean face-to-face, one-to-one, in your studio, in their home, in their place of work, in a hotel venue, whatever. And you can run it online as well, because now we can reach everybody across the globe. My training teaches you how to do this with the drapes and without the drapes. I show you how to use your observational skills, and if you take up the gauntlet, is that the right terminology, of adding colour psychology into what you do, you can work out somebody's physical colouring just by listening to them, just by reading their emails. I'm not saying you're going to do this overnight. All right, it took me lots of years, but now I can show you how to do it a lot quicker. Because when you combine colour physical analysis and colour psychological analysis, you start to put together a picture, a profile of this unique human being. And it tells you everything you need to know. It's fabulous. I still love it after all this time. So you can do this with drapes, without drapes, with colour psychology, without colour psychology. You can do this online, offline, and you will have a business for life. My parents moved to Spain. You know, I think it was 21 years ago. My little mum had had enough, and she shuffled off this mortal coil a few years ago. But when she was first, and my father still lives out there, by the way, but when she was with us, and we did used to go out and see them in Spain, she used to line up all her friends. So we would go, oh, we're off to Brunhilde's today, or we're off to Esmeralda's tomorrow, and we're going to see Flossie on Sunday, or whatever it was. And she would have all these ladies by the swimming pool, all drinking cocktails and having a barbecue or whatever in the beautiful Spanish summer sun. Oh, this is my daughter. She does colours. She'll tell you what colours you are. I didn't pack my drapes. I didn't take any swatch wallets, because I don't use a swatch wallet myself. Don't need to. I'm an auditory learner. All you need to do is tell me about colours. I don't want to see them. I don't see colour. Your clients, some of my clients do, so I have to understand how the visual learners work. I also have to understand how kinesthetic learners work. It's all covered in the training. So I could go around every lady stood by the swimming pool and say, well, I could, but I didn't. But I could say, well, you're a spring and you're a summer and you're a deep and you're a cool and you're probably, I don't know whether you're warm or whether you're a warm autumn. You're probably a bright winter, but you could be a deep winter. I can do all that. But what use is that? When you tell somebody they've not experienced it, they've not bought into what you're trying to teach them. So my training is all about, let's take that lady where she is. Let's include her in the whole process. Let's have some fun, because colour is really fun. And it's non-invasive. We're not poking people like you might think you do in a style style consultation. Not with my style consultation. We don't touch clients. We don't measure them. We don't. It's just unnecessary. I had it done to me. It was horrible. Never again. I swore then. Would never treat my clients like that. Colour is fun. So it's a great way for your clients to find out about you up front. And so I learned not to tell people you're a spring, you're a summer, because they don't know what to do with that information. It's useless. They have to understand what it means for them to be a spring, for that lady to be a summer. Because I've had ladies in front of me who it's been blooming obvious that she's the brightest spring on the planet. She should wear really bright spring colours like leaf green and daffodil yellow and coral pink. And she says, no, I am not wearing those colours. They're too bright. And you look at her and you think, but physically they will look fantastic. And this is why I always, always include colour psychology. Because it became obvious to me that that lady might very well be able to wear the brightest spring colours on the planet. But psychologically, she is not ready. Not today. My job is to help her look good where she is right now. So if she wants to wear the opposite, which would be soft muted summer colours, I have to show her how to look good doing that. It's all in the training. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But I also show her a little hint of how to look good wearing the colours that I know she could look good in. How do I do that? Here's a great tip. I love Disney films. I love fantasy. I love being taken out of my day and put into a world where it's all grumbly dumbly and fandabby dozy and you just know the good guys are going to win. That's what we can do for our clients. So I say to them, okay, so you're here and today you want to wear soft muted summer colours. I wonder if I could just take you for a moment into a world of pure fantasy, into a world of make-believe. It's like a movie. It's like a Disney story. Could I just show you just for one moment what I think you'd look like wearing these bright spring colours? We'll take them off as soon as you say, but could we just do that? I haven't had anybody refuse me yet. Maybe it's because I'm bossy. Who knows? I'm sure you will do this for your clients in your own fashion. You'll be lovely, and you see, I'm not nice. I care deeply about my clients, but I don't behave in a nice way. I know what's good for them, so I tell them that's my red colour personality type. Now, if you're a blue, For instance, you'll be very gentle, be very courteous and respectful. So I just warn people up front. My marketing is all about, this is me, I'm Kim, I'm very bossy, I shoot from the hip. If you don't like it, don't work with me. But your personality type should come over in your marketing so that you can tell people what to expect, so they get what it says on the tin. And you might be really gentle with your clients, but I'm not. Oh dear. So just let me answer these couple of questions before we move on. Oh, Julia, you've joined us. Lovely. Zuline says, so wonderful. I'm Zuline. I know you've been around for a while. I'm older than you. I've been in the beauty business for the same time as you. Oh, it's fabulous to have we oldies together, Zuline. It really is. Thank you for joining us. And Marguerite says, if she doesn't like bright colours, couldn't she wear her spring neutrals? Absolutely. And that's one of the exercises in colour analysis training in a box, which is how to wear hard to wear colours. And we use neutrals and universal colours and jewellery and whatnot to help you do that. There's a really fabulous exercise. It's already in colour analysis training in a box. Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. You see, there's that much stuff, Marguerite, in this course, I forget. Now, are you here to make a difference? I don't know. Do you want to work with colour? I don't know. I know some of you do because you've already signed up for my training or we've been talking about it. Some of you I've never met before, so I don't know where you are. But if you'd like to talk to me, then please do. And something else I just want to mention is that I'm going to show you all the nuts and bolts of how to create a business for life, to create a business where you do make a difference for the rest of your life and you will never retire. If you retire, I shall come after you. But I'm going to do that with a brand new free training that starts next Wednesday, 31st of March, and it's called How to Make Money from Colour Analysis. But before I tell you a little bit more about that, because this is going to answer a lot of your questions, and I've got some questions I want to answer, I need to put that in context. When that training starts next Wednesday, the 31st of March, as soon as that training starts, as soon as that first module has been posted, at the moment I've got 4 modules planned. Neil is desperately trying to stop me creating more modules. Dear, it's so funny. Excuse me. But there probably will be more than 4 modules because I get carried away. But the moment the first module has been posted next Wednesday, then the 4 extra free bonuses that we're currently offering with colour analysis training in a box, the first bonus will go. So you're thinking, right, what are they? So right now, what we're doing is saying, if you buy colour analysis in a box at the moment, up till Wednesday, the 31st of March, and it doesn't matter whether you pay in full or you choose the interest-free payment plan. When you order by next Wednesday, the 31st of March, and you've paid your first payment, one of those bonuses will disappear after we've started the new free training. So up to the 31st of March, you get all 4 bonuses. Now, those are worth 1,638 Great British pounds. So they're definitely worth having a good wee look at. In US dollars, that's about 2,250. The dollar's going up and down and round the houses at the moment. So that's around. So what are the 4 bonuses? Well, first of all, you get my step-by-step masterclass gold. So you get all 20 masterclasses. These would normally cost you £37 each. You get them all 20. And these masterclasses are in colour and style and personality, how to run consultations and workshops, how to promote your business. And these are my favourite way of delivering training. So there's an audio to listen to, there's a workbook and a notebook, notes, and you have to fill all the training in. And you will learn how to make more of your business. You also get the full fabulous colour psychology training course. So this is how to diagnose colour personality types and use this with your existing colour clients, how to attract new ones. But it also goes into lots of other ways of doing colour personality. So there's Enneagrams, NLP, Myers-Briggs, Kiersey, Hippocrates. Oh, of course, Carl Jung. How could I miss Carl Jung out? So there's the whole gamut in there of all the stuff. There's archetypes in there. Oh, there's loads of stuff. It's fabulous. It's my favourite subject. So you get that training course as well. You also get Colour Your Client Fabulous Online course. Now, this time last year, when COVID first hit, March 2020 was our worst month ever. And we realized that we were only teaching consultants like you to deliver one-to-one, face-to-face, offline consultations and workshops. So in March last year, I created and delivered this course in 10 days, which nearly killed me. Seriously, I wasn't very well. But this teaches you how to create a professional, online, personal, colour personality experience to reach a global audience. Now, Neil has written the first module. He's the techie, remember? The first module is all about how to use simple technology to take bookings online, to take payments online, which cameras to use, what lighting to use. I've got different lighting here, microphones, whether to use Zoom or whatever. And he is available in our exclusive Facebook group, which is only for people who've trained with me. He is available to answer your technical questions. So, I mean, that's access to a techie expert. I just scream and go, Neil, I can't do this. You can do that in our Facebook group. But this is a fabulous course that you're going to get for free. One of the 4 bonuses. And the last fourth bonus is a private coaching call with me, which is worth £500. So you could use this to get your business off to a flying start. So you book a call. When you train with us, it's all online. So you get your own online training account. And in that training account, it shows you how to book this call. And you get a private coaching session with me where you can ask me anything. Could be how to do the training, how to find clients, how to put a program together, anything at all. 40 years experience at your disposables. So all those 4 bonuses are available until next Wednesday, the 31st of March. And then one of those bonuses will disappear. What we're going to do is put the names in the hat and draw them out. So I have no idea which one will go first. And then when we post module 2, the second bonus will disappear. When we post module 3, a third bonus will disappear. And the final bonus will disappear after we've posted the final module of the free training, How to Make Money from Color Analysis. So my recommendation is, if you would like to learn color analysis my way, and you want all the bonuses, all the 20 masterclasses, fabulous color psychology, color your client online, and a bonus coaching call with me, if you want all those, well, you have to get them. You have to book before the 31st of March. I was going to do it the 1st of April, but as soon as I'd started writing the 1st of April, I realized it's April Fool's Day and nobody would believe me. So I've brought this back a day to the 31st of March. Okay. So what are we going to learn in how to make money from color analysis? Because that's what this call today is about. You are going to learn basically about the questions that I'm always being asked. So I get asked these questions all the time, and this might be what you're thinking. Well, can I actually make money from color analysis? Of course you can. I've been doing this for 40 years, but nobody believes me in the way that you don't believe me that you can do it. Well, I'm going to show you in that training exactly how I did it with no training courses, no drapes, no wallets, just me on my own trying to fathom it out, and I'm not a visual learner. Come on. I couldn't do seasonal analysis. That's all we had for the first 17 years. We didn't have a tonal analysis system that I understood until 1999. Yeah, 19. I tried to play around with a few in 1997 and 98, and I just, it just went over my head. I thought, I just don't get this. So I went back to seasonal. I just couldn't get it at all. If I couldn't understand it, how could I explain it to clients? And then in October, I don't know why I'm saying October, but that was the last course. I retrained in summer and autumn of 1999 with a fabulous, wonderful image mentor. And I did color analysis, style analysis, makeup, men's image and corporate image. I did all of them over, I think we started in July, I can't remember. But we ended up in October, and he taught this fabulous mentor showed us his approach to tonal, and he said they're just the same thing. That's the problem. You're trying to see them as two separate entities. That tonal analysis is different from seasonal. When you understand the two are the same, it all makes sense. So we're going to be looking at how to use those color skills, how to understand how to use tonal, how to use seasonal, how to mix the two together, how to bring color psychology in if you want to, because I've got loads of, I call them practical tips and suggestions. I'm going to tell you what worked for me. Because if it works for me, a non-visual learner, a red, bossy color personality who can't do girly chat to save my life, not interested. I actually ran an incredibly successful personal color business. Yes, I did style and wardrobe and shopping, and I can't stand wardrobe and shopping. I did them because I thought you had to. No, you don't. This is why this training today is called Color Analysis, Your Business for Life. I'm going to show you on this training how to make money from color analysis. You don't have to add all the others. because I didn't. I just stopped doing wardrobe and shopping after somebody wanted to show me the contents of their knicker drawer. At that point, I realised wardrobe weed outs were doomed and I was never going personal shopping again. I love some of the concepts of style, particularly style personality, but that's a different training, completely different. You don't need it, but you could add that later. This training that starts next Wednesday is all about color analysis, because you can make a business for life from color analysis alone. Look at me. I am living proof of doing that. I've still got clients who come to see me from the early 80s. They won't go away. Once you've got them, they just don't go away, because once they learn to trust you, they have to know and like you first. That's the point of the tonal taster, doing the little workshops, doing some Zoom webinars like this, perhaps doing some social media posting. I didn't have any of that. And yet I still managed. Me with my abrasive tone, telling people what to do, I still managed to create a fantastic business for life that I can run anywhere in the world, and I don't need drapes to do it. That's what I want to teach you on this course, how to make money from color analysis. So when you've completed the training, you will have the answers to your questions. Can I create a part-time income? Of course you can. Can I create a full-time income? Well, I did. I'm going to show you exactly what I did and the figures. What do I actually need to learn to become an image consultant? Of course, I'm going to include that, because you don't need half of the things that you think you need. You don't need a website for a start. Stop putting your energies into building a website. You don't need one. I didn't have one. I didn't have one for thousands of years. It's a good distraction technique. You're just doing something else rather than putting yourself out there. That's what you're doing. It's a marvelous distraction technique, but I can see right through it. And can you just do this for friends or charitable causes? Of course you can. We're going to look at all those questions and we're going to cover them in a bit more depth than I've got time for today. But by the time you finish the training, you'll know how to make money quickly and easily just using color analysis. You'll know how to get your first clients and how to get more clients whenever you need them. It's not rocket science. The problem is there are thousands of people out there teaching you sales techniques and how to have a funnel, a sales funnel, and how to post on social media and LinkedIn. I've spent thousands on all these courses. You just don't need them. I'm going to show you how. And you'll know how to promote yourself without all this, but you've got all this extra. You'll be able to get onto social media. You'll be able to use LinkedIn and Facebook and goodness knows what. You'll be able to use the drapes and not use the drapes that I never had. You'll be able to use the training that I never had. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Because if I can do it, I had no business training whatsoever. I've learned it all by actually doing it. And you will have a plan for getting your business up and running really quickly, really easily, and you'll know exactly what your next step should be. That's the training. Why are we doing it for free? Because as I said, this time last year, we had the worst month ever. March 2020, worst month ever in our business. We turned it around. And since then, we've had not a brilliant year. I'm not going to be silly and lie, because I can't, because honesty is my baseline. But we've had consistent sales. We've had lots of new clients. We've had lots of offshoots. We've got loads. I've got a whole plan on the whiteboard over there for new stuff this year. And we decided that we wanted to pay this forward. We ran this training. Obviously, I'm revamping it, but I ran this training for my VIP clients 8 years ago. I think I said 7 years ago somewhere. I lied. It was 8 years ago. And I charged 400 Great British pounds for this training. And they loved it. They thought it was fabulous. And I thought, oh, what shall I charge this year? And then I got talking, and Neil and I said, wouldn't it be nice to be able to help people a little bit and pay it forward, and perhaps we could do this for free? So we are. That's what we're doing. We don't have children by choice, so we haven't had that horrible experience of having a house full of people that you don't want to be near. We haven't had to homeschool anybody, thank goodness. In fact, life for us has carried on really well, and we've done okay. So that's why this training is free for this time. So we will be announcing this in Aspiring Image Consultants, because that's where the training extras will happen. And we might do some Facebook Lives, I don't know. We'll see what happens, and we start 5 days from now. All right. Oh, no, I'm lying. Oh, it's the 25th today, isn't it? Sorry, 6 days from now. I've written 5 days. Let me just change that, because I am lying through my teeth. All right. So this training is for you. You're going to learn how to take colour, how to learn colour for you, how to take yourself, your personality type, into account, how to work with different personality types, and how to make money. Because you've probably, I don't know, you might have somebody sitting there who, in your arena, who holds the purse strings, saying, oh, no, you're not signing up for that. Well, I'm going to include lots of information for that person. That could be your partner, could be your father, it could be your bank manager. I don't know who it is that is making those decisions for you. We're going to look at that because we're going to look at where are you right now and where would you rather be. But we're going to talk in their terms as well. And there's going to be some information that you'll be able to give to those people, written in their language, like return on investment, to show them how this is a breeze. So back in 2000, was it 2007 or 2008? I'm at my very my very first business mentor. He was absolutely fabulous, and he was critiquing our business, and he said to me, I've got the figures somewhere here that I wrote down in case I was explaining. Oh, it was 2007. And he said, okay, so you've got color analysis in a box, and how much do you charge for it? And back then we charged more than we charge now. We charged over £1,000 in 2007. And he said, so call it £1,000. And he said, because he's a man, male-brained, and he said, so what's the return on investment? He said, if they take this course, how much can they earn in a year if they implement all the strategies, all the learning, the knowledge, the training, and the business strategies that you've recommended? And I said, so this was 14 years ago, I said they could easily earn 5,000 a year part-time. Most, that would be if they were working, say, 1 day a week, 1 session a week. So that's seeing 1 client a week. He said, so what if they were, and that's over 48 weeks, because we always allow 4 weeks for holidays. Well, anyway, we did back then. He said, so could they earn more? I said, absolutely. They could easily, part-time, with 2 clients a week or 1 or a workshop a week, they could earn 10,000 a year easily. And he said, and you're only charging £1,000 for it? You need to double your fees. He actually went rather ballistic. He's a lovely, lovely man, but he was just astonished and appalled that we were only charging that for it. That's what we're charging now. And you can pay monthly. So you could get your first clients booked in right now, take payment up front, order colour analysis in a box, which then you've got the money for your first payment, do the training in time for those bookings that you've already put in your diary. So there's your incentive. Then you'd book them in for the next session, and then you've got your money for the next payment. It's a simple process, a simple process. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I strongly recommend that you take a good look at this training next week. Let me just get you the right. So order. First of all, I'll give you this. So that's the how to book colour analysis training in a box, and that will take you to the new training. But I'm also, my new free training starts next week. This is how to make money from colour analysis. We need to put that date on the website, which we'll do today, because I only decided yesterday that we're going to start the 31st of March and not the 1st of April. Okay, so I have a couple of questions from people that I want to answer. And if you've got questions, this is your time. Where have I put them? Okay, so Lisa asked, what are the top colours you think that we would need to pick? So without buying all the drapes, basically, what are the top colours you need to pick people's best colours for? How many is best to start with and the best colours? So this is all in the training that starts next week. I have suggestions for that. This is not casting concrete. I cannot give you anything other than my own opinion, because that's based on what works for me. But what I would suggest is that if money is tight, if you're working to a budget, then I would suggest that you start with the Cool and Warm pack, which contains 6 cool colours and 6 warm colours, the Cool and Warm pack, which I designed for Weller when I trained all their Master Colour expert trainers. Plus, I would also get the Gold and Silver, and I would also get the 4 Armani colours. And they're in a pack as well. So there's the Armani pack, the Antique pack, and the Cool and Warm pack. And that's to start you off. Now, they don't contain many colours. That's to enable you to find out whether they're cool or warm, whether they're bright or muted, whether they're deep or light. And then on top of that, you might want to add reds, blues, greens, perhaps in that order. I would never work with yellows or greens particularly, because they don't work for me. They might work for you. Purples you don't need, because purples are universal colours and they suit virtually everybody. That's the point of a universal colour. So start with reds and blues. But that's just off the cuff. And that is not telling you which colours. You need to go through the lists available and choose the ones that work for you. Because what happens basically is, let's say that you order colour analysis training in a box, and then you order the Improvability Starter Kit, which I use in the training. I use the 60 standard drapes set, plus the antique set, which contains gold and silver, plus the Armani set, which contains 4 colours for soft muted people, because we're still boringly, everybody wants to still look like Jennifer Aniston for some godforsaken reason 15 years later. But they're still out there, still going for the caramel hair tones and wearing fake tan and looking like everybody else. So we need to cater for these people. So that's 66 drapes, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Out of those 66 drapes, you as a consultant will over time learn that 35, maybe 40 of those are the ones you automatically work with every client. I can't tell you what those 30 to 40 drapes are. I'm not you. I don't run a franchise. I don't tell you what you have to do. This is your business. You have to discover that for yourself. So you will discover which of those drapes you need. Also, along the way, you might discover, I wish I'd got a slightly different shade of red here that's somewhere between these two. I need to order that. And you can order individual drapes later on. We don't have any minimum orders from our online wholesale. That's a good compromise, isn't it? We don't have any minimum orders, so you can order one drape at a time later on. You will discover a few drapes that do it for you. So I've ordered. I like textures, so I've ordered all the men's drapes that we've ever had. Every time that a new men's drape appears on the horizon, I just order it and add it into my selection. I don't use that for color analysis, but I use it when I'm talking about textures and prints and stripes and plaids and all those kind of things, because I use those with female clients and with male clients. And with colors, you might think, I do need a better green here, or I only need one more green, and then I've got something that will work for everybody. You will learn that as you go on. So there isn't a list, Lisa. I can suggest. You can work through all the colours that are available on in the wholesale catalogue and decide for yourself. Or you can just do what a lot of people do, is buy the Improvability Starter Set because it's easier, because it's what I use in the training, and then learn which colours work for you along the way. Now, remember, when you order training, when you pay for it, you put it through your books. You write it off against tax. You need to speak to your own bookkeeper or accountant. I give no advice out about that. The same goes for your drapes. These are a business expense. You're only going to buy them once. They're an investment in your business. The same with your colour swatch wallets. I have a set of demonstration swatch wallets that I bought 38 years ago, nearly 40 years ago, and I'm still using them. I bought new covers. I've never attached the new covers. I still use the same four seasonal fabric fans and the 6 safe tonal fans. Still got them. Exactly the same ones from 38 years ago. They were an investment in my business that I have never regretted paying for. And of course, when I did my first business return for the Inland Revenue, they were written off because they're an investment. Speak to a bookkeeper, an accountant about how you can do the same. Your drapes, your swatch wallets, your training, these are the investments that you need to make in your business, which will then become a business for life. And just to let you know, this is from somebody, an email that I received today, literally just before I was going alive, yeah, coming alive and going live. Dear Kim, I'm writing to you just to let you know that I am very busy. This is one of my top consultants. Serious. I mean, this woman knows where it's at. She is a businesswoman and she's got all my training. So I want to know that I'm getting inquiries every day. People are booking consultations for next month. They're paying in advance to make sure they get the date they want. I've got 2 clients a week at the moment. That's all I can take for now so I don't lose my sanity. That's what she's doing. This is her business plan. This is what we've been working on together, because this particular lady has my ultimate training program with everything in: color, style, psychology, hair, color your client online. Can't remember. Everything in there. Oh, what wardrobe and shopping, my Get More Clients course, my mindset, motivation and marketing course. They're all in there. And we've been working together because she also chose the personal mentoring option. So we've been working together and planning out her business so that it works for that lady and nobody else. This is your business. You have an opportunity now to create a business for life. I've got one. I'm never going to stop helping people look and feel absolutely gorgeous, fabulous, confident, because I know what it did for me. I've seen what it does for other people. I've experienced it. It is fantastic. And it makes me feel good, make both Neil and I feel really good that we're helping people. So please sign up for the free training that starts next Wednesday. If you want color analysis in a box and you want all 4 bonuses, please sign up for that before next Wednesday and you'll get all 4 bonuses. I'd love to give you all 4 bonuses. And if you I don't know whether I've put this already. If you want to talk to me about this, here's the link to book a call. So Janice says, Kim, that's why I love you so. I love you too. You keep it real. As the young people say in the States, you keep it 100. I keep it 100. It's it is real. This is real life. This is what Neil and I will do for the rest of our days because we make a difference. Do you want to make a difference? Of course you do. That's why you're still here. That's why you're listening to me blather on. I would love to help you. That's what I exist for. That's why we're running this free training that starts next week. And I really hope to see you then. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to find out more about color analysis, your business for life.